Hey guys, so if you guys saw in the last episode, we got the 65 Mustang finally fired up. We rebuilt the entire engine and I got a new air cleaner too, like that. Anyway guys, we just got fired up last time. In today's video, we are gonna get this thing fired up. We're gonna run a heat cycle on the engine and then make sure everything's good, make sure we're running on all 8 cylinders, and then we're gonna take the thing for a drive. So it should be cool, should be awesome, and went ahead, hooked the exhaust up on both sides. I tightened the fuel pump up, checked a few little things, and we should be good to fire this thing up. We got the new air intake. That thing was pretty cheap from Advance Auto, but the distributor's doing good. Everything should be hooked up right. We're gonna check the plugs one more time, make sure everything's good. We got the belt hooked up. Everything's good there. Tension's good. Battery's good. We should be good to fire this thing up real quick. Run the heat cycle. We have to run this thing for 20 minutes at about 2,000 RPM, just to try and let those piston rings seat. And then after that, we have a 500-mile break-in, and then we're gonna change the oil after that, and we should be good to go. On that 500 miles, we have to drive it real easy. A lot of just like going up hills at a decent RPM, let the rings really seat, and make sure there's no serious blow off, because I don't want to have to tear this engine back apart again. But enough talking. Let's get this thing fired up and see what it sounds like. I'm kind of curious.
Minutes later.
Okay, so the camera wasn't on for any of that. Of course it wasn't. I got the engine running. It is smoking a ton in here just from the new headers where they're painted, and we got the cement stuff in there to seal them up. It smoked a ton on the startup, but the engine starts. It's not necessarily idling. We've had a insane time trying to figure out this whole vacuum situation. This was our whole problem, I hope, was the vacuum situation on the car. When we took it off, everything was broken, so I kind of had to rig it up. That's why it wasn't idling right. As soon as I got that stuff hooked up, got the one thing plugged up in the back, it had a huge vacuum leak. That's why it was running so bad. As soon as I did that, the engine got warmed up and it ran really good, so it sounded good. I have a Snapchat, I'll play a little clip of it, but it sounded good. I ran it for about 15 minutes at about probably 1500 RPM, just to kind of get it to go a little bit, and it smoked a little bit, but it sounded great from here. It did smoke out of the tailpipe, so no blow by, which is awesome already. I mean, you can't ask for much more than that. I wish it was running a little bit better, but we're getting really close, guys, and I'm so proud, but I'm so terrified at the same time, just because it's like a baby. Like, I built this entire car with just some help from Charlie and Jeremiah and a couple other guys, but built this entire car from the ground up. So it's just it's really nerve-wracking, super scared, but I'm gonna try and get her started back up. Yeah, let me fire it back up for you guys to hear, and hopefully she'll run a little bit more. I can't get her to quite idle yet. She was trying to idle, but she kept dying. I think we need a little bit more fuel, but give her some gas and she's running fine. So let me show you guys real quick, get her fired back up, and you'll see. Guys, I'm looking back at this footage as I'm editing it right now, and right here you can hear that squeal. And at the time, I kind of thought it was the water pump where the belt was just on, but I can definitely tell now, looking back at it, that that was one of the bearing. I spun a bearing right there. So that was at the time I didn't think much of it. I was a little skeptical, but you guys will see when you hear the bang in a second. But that right there is when I should have cut the engine off, because I just spun a bearing, but I didn't. So you win some, you lose some, and you guys will see this right now. It just blew up. Well, I'm gonna let you guys hear it. I'm gonna turn it over one more time, see if it sounds okay, see if it'll even turn over. It might be locked up, so let's just see. I hate you. I hate you so much. So much. Well, I know you guys heard that one. I think just about blew up in my face and it cut off and locked up. So I can't even make this stuff up, man. I can't even make this up. Like, this is just. And I fixed the vacuum issue. It was sounding great. Like, that was right at the end of the 20 minutes for the break-in. Like, and we were about to go drive it, and right at the end of it, it just locks up. I mean, the whole engine shook whenever it like stopped. It's catching on something. It's probably a spun bearing. And on that bombshell, I don't even know what to do. I don't know what to do, guys. I put a lot of money and a lot of hard work into pulling this engine out and rebuilding it. I was really trying to save money doing it myself because I couldn't afford to get someone else to do it, because I really needed that money for paint. But the engine's coming out, and if the engine has to come out, the trans is coming out too. I'm not dealing with that trans anymore. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe so I can hopefully buy a new engine for this Mustang that I just. Gosh, I was just texting people telling them like, hey, it's just started running. I just got started running. It's actually idling now, and you guys saw like it was actually idling pretty decently. Like, I was barely even feathering it. As soon as I started up, it was running good. Like, it sounded good. Thank you guys for following along. I really appreciate it. And as much as this sucks, we will not give up here. We will press on, and we will overcome. So thank you guys a ton. Love you guys. I will talk to you next video.